I've got this drive to do my best. It's like a sex drive for success, and yes, I realize my body is fully grown, but in times like these, it really seems like my motivation has just hit puberty. So I'm about to turn my determination up a little bit. I'm about to turn my commitment up a little bit. About to turn the quality of all my choices up a level, just like Boyz II Men turn the quality of all their voices up a level to hit those higher notes. Because of late I've been hitting higher heights, I've been setting higher goals, and I realize an elevation in my motivation is needed to achieve them. And so I climb. From the depths of my boyhood to the crest of my manhood, I climb. And though my watch doesn't run on nickels and dimes, I don't subscribe to the myth of free time, because every second of my life costs something. So I'm watching how I spend it like I'm on a tight budget, because regrets don't come with receipts, and you can't return them the day after Christmas, and young thugs might run the streets, but the world is run by scholars. So you might have seen me once or twice with my pop blue collars, but I promise I'm done making styles when it comes to hard work. I promise to do my thing. I promise to put it in. I promise myself like T-Pain that all I'll do is win, and I really mean it. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth, but I've got a gold dredge in the back of my mind. Sometimes I feel it churning, while this fire in my belly is burning and turning every word I spit into pure gold, because I know that at least one of you out there is listening with refined ears. Over the crowd's whispers, over the loud jeers, I know that you care about more than how this poem may have sounded. You sit and ask yourself, is that boy really well-rounded, or is he just perfectly lyrical? Well, I'm saying I'm aiming to be more than just well-rounded. I'm trying to be perfectly spherical. My flows used to be 2D, now I'm making them three-dimensional, because I'm trying to be one of the absolute best. I am not comfortable with honorable mention.
They say that men don't cry. But how do we define cry? Does crying constitute a barrage of tears? Are you their accusers there with them in their silent moments when their emotions come gushing down on them like a tidal wave? At that very moment when these seemingly macho creatures begin to implode, can you accusers begin to decipher how painful it is, how deep it flows when pain runs so deeply that the shedding of a few frivolous tears cannot compensate for their hollowness? Not only hollowness, but chokingly congesting hollowness that encapsulates the entire being, sucking every bit of oxygen that is keeping you afloat. But yet it is said that men don't cry. As I converse with a few scholarly men, I began to realize the reason for this common misconception. You see, it is that their macho nature oftentimes restricts the free flow of tears. Hence, the ignorant deduces that men just don't cry. How can you say they don't cry when men being faced with a situation beyond their control takes the fast track to escapism? Is it not cry they cry when they hide their tears behind a bottle in a bar? Is it not cry they cry when they sit for hours gazing at the stars? See, you accuse them of not crying when what you should say is that men shed their tears differently. Aren't these public outcry and expression of sadness? Aren't these seemingly alien ways of shedding tears often followed by disquieting display by these same men we accuse of not crying? But yet it is said that men don't cry. I've been fortunate enough to see what destruction can come upon a man that has been told after 10 years of minding a child, sorry, I've made a mistake. The child is Jake's. I literally saw the light of day came out of his eyes. Judging from the outside, he looked strong, but as I took a look further into his soul, I literally saw the land around him inundated with tears. But all the while, he had to maintain this seemingly impenetrable exterior. Imagine having a family for almost 3 decades snatched away from you, then you're left walking, gazing, wondering, pondering, looking for a remedy to fit the puzzle back together in an effort to restore your former glory, only to be awakened to the sad reality that life can never be the same again. These are the tears of a man. They are painted and engraved on his face in his life. Every time he visits the bar trying to drown these tears, they continue to trouble him, continues to plague him. His tears have now become inextricable from his existence. In fact, his tears have now become a lifelong cry. So observe carefully, my friends. Hold fast on your pronouncement on these creatures whose pain run ever so deeply. Instead of being indifferent to their desperate cry for help, provide a comforting shoulder of lifelong support for them to cry words of tears. For this, my friend, would go a long way towards reducing their lifelong cry.
Prepare for elevation. See, you might be a little shook by the vigorous vibration, but baby, take note. Pleasure is within the sensation.